Basically, this is all for me. Or it probably isn't. Well, it is. Obviously, because I'm the one making it. But, sorry, just thinking my table a bit. January 11th is going to be, basically this night, which I've just had this amazing, like, awakening, I guess, for, like, something that I deeply love, and it all begins with an anime called Bongo. Bongo Stray Dogs is a very good anime. I remember the way I found out about the anime was because in 2016, I believe, I really wanted a new detective anime to watch, and I really didn't have any, because like not any, but because obviously there is, but like I didn't know any good ones for the time being. My favorite was um it was Case Closed with Detective Conan Adawaga, and if it wasn't that, it was Psychopath. But I just wanted something different. So I found Bongo, and it changed my life. Like, I found it and I watched seasons 1, 2, the movie, then 3, and then I realized, like, damn, this shit is fucking heat. So 2020, I'd say June of, no, probably it was July of 2020 when I came back from Sheffield in the height of Corona, because in May I got kicked out of my house. Yeah, and subjected to go live with my sister for a little bit. And then when I was there, I thought I had plans to go and live with some of my other friends. Well, not friends, friend in Derby in the UK, but obviously ended up finding out that wasn't the case. So I ended up going to Sheffield with two of my good friends. And as I was up there with them, it was just really good. It was really sick and stuff like that. But anyways, it doesn't really matter, because when I came back down from that, I went to basically live with my other friend. And when I was living with my other friend, this is gonna get complicated, so I'm just gonna put names in for the sake of it. I went to Sheffield and I was living with my friend Luke and Nicole. And then when I was living with them, I left and I came back to live with my friend Talon and Sarah in Talon's house. And when I was there, I was just like, we need to watch this anime together, because I know you guys never really wanted, but I can say, I didn't even know at the time it was my favorite anime, like, of all time, but I just was like, I really love it a lot, and I feel like they would too. So we rewatched all of it in 2020. We rewatched season 1. Well, I rewatched season 1, 2, movie, and 3. But obviously, they just watched all of it together, and from that, I concluded it is definitely my favorite anime of all time, and just hands down, just has to be. I don't think I've ever loved anything so quickly before the first time around, but the second time is where it really gripped me, because me being me, I was kind of slow and not realizing that the fucking characters were all actual authors. And I noticed this one day when I was just doing some bongo research on the internet, just on the bus, going to go meet my friends. In fact, to meet Luke and Nicole, I, in fact, can give myself a date, because I feel like this is just going to be for me. I don't really know. Well, it's not even that I know. I don't think anyone's going to ever see this, but we'll see. But it's here in August. Oh yeah. It was August 6th. Because something else really crazy to me happened that day. But anyways, August 6th. Um, it was the date where I was just on the bus, and then I was doing some bungle research and I ended up finding out all the characters are real authors. Then I went down this little fucking madness hole of just figuring out what author made what book and how that correlates to their power inside of the anime, and then et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, that's pretty cool and pretty crazy to me. But the reason why I came up with January 11th is because just too many crazy shit was just happening today. Because um, first of all, I'll begin with saying that like my friend sent me today a book review of uh, Bongo. No, sorry, of No Longer Human, which is the very first book in the collection. Because I'm trying to read like a bunch of these authors' literature for just like my sake being and stuff like that. Also, kind of answering to Kafka Sakiri's like goals and wishes, which is like the whole reason why she created Bongo was to help get people into literature essentially. So I'm like one of those people, and it's crazy that with me personally how I get into things is through anime or is by anime. So yeah, this just it just yeah, it just really did it for me. So this one but anyways, so as I was just reading some Crime and Punishment, which I have here by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I hope I said that correctly. um I my friend sent me a link on a review done by No Longer Human, and it was crazy at the time being when he sent me it, because the day I am recording this is January 12th at 1:30 a.m. But on January 10th, I have finished this book, No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai, and January 11th was essentially 11. So at around 10 p.m. yesterday, um, Daniel sent me this link of this guy doing a review. So I watched the review. The review was done by, again, let me get the name up so that I just have all information. Um, a review was done by a guy called Better Than Food. That's his YouTube channel, and yeah, he did the book review. So I'm watching. And I'm just like, okay, wow, like I didn't know Dazai knew, for example, Yukio Mishima, which is another really good author. I'm trying to get into his books as well. I didn't know that Dazai knew or like encountered him before his suicide, essentially, uh, which is like fucking crazy, and that like blew my mind apart. And he was just talking about like how good No Longer Human is, and this, oh sorry, is my favorite book of all time. I feel like I hands down can say that, which is crazy because it's a very dark book. But if you really get into the nitty gritty and stuff, you can see how relatable it is, or essentially how Dazai's ideology of things went sour for himself. But knowing how it could go so sour also brings forth like this happiness in the sense that you know yourself you wouldn't get lost in. I don't know if I'm just chatting shit, but that's the best way I can explain it for myself at least. But yeah, so that's No Longer Human. But anyways, the craziest fucking part is the guy Better Than Food. I'm checking, okay, like cool, when could this be published on? Or I mean, sorry, when did he drop this video? Because like thanks Daniel for sending it to me. And I thought, because Daniel recently got into Bonko Stray Dogs, my friend Daniel, that it was just something that popped up on his YouTube recently, because he's just been, I don't know, looking up shit about it on YouTube, about Dazai and stuff. Come to find out that the time Daniel sent me the link to the video, Better Than Food dropped the video 2 hours beforehand on January 11th, which is a couple hours ago. So it's just crazy because I was just like, this is mad. The fucking time I just finished the book, it's been a day after, and I like, bruh, like it's been a day after I've seen this book reviews. Crazy shit's happening as well, and it's just I don't know, the awakening of the stars or some shit is just going on, but it's just really crazy, and I'm just really making this video for myself because this is actually one of my happiest moments of my life. Like, I don't know if anybody will see this. I keep telling myself that because fuck knows whatever happens, but like I'm speaking to Lord right now, and I just want to say like I'm so happy, and you're so happy, and that makes me happy. But moving on forward, I just went into a spiral of looking at different authors that are in the world of bongo, Osama Dayasai, and like how in his book he references Fyodor Dostoevsky. That's why I'm reading Crime and Punishment now. He references Natsume Soseki, which is enticed like to being probably Japan's number one novelist. Leads into Junichiro Tanizaki, again another character from Bongo, again another really good novelist. Um, I also put down the different books from Fyodor that I'm going to read. I also did a little bit research on Mishima Yukio as well, stuff about his life, me and Dazai. Probably gonna read a biography on him or like a couple books on him too. Don't know. Did a little bit more info on Dazai. Just some shit like that. Akutagawa as well because funnily enough, Dazai looked up to Akutagawa Ryunosuke, another novelist, again bongo character. Um, and it's just like a domino effect of how Akutagawa, Dazai, Soseki Natsume, Ogai Mori, like all these men that just made fucking sick literature, and I'm just trying to explore all of it. It's just, it just makes me really happy. And yeah, that's like pretty much what I wanted to talk about and just say about myself. Also, something also crazy happened today, as in January 11th. Um, there's this one song that I fucking heard playing in an anime before when I was like really young, and um, it ended up being this song. Sorry, sorry, Lord, I should be saying, but the name of the song is called Ladyfingers by Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass. Tijuana Brass? But yeah, you know, yeah, that fucking song I knew from when I was younger, and I don't know, I don't know where I got it from. I could not tell you where I got that song from or like where I heard it, but I heard it from when I was really young. And it's crazy because I seen it on shout out to Nusha's fucking story because it was her birthday on January 11th. She was playing chess by herself or with herself or some shit, and it was playing in the background. I was like, oh fuck, Nusha's music taste is really good. Maybe she wasn't just overplaying like a TikTok because like a TikTok sound right now has been using this song, and I was like, oh fuck, this song's blowing again. But I never really went into the comments to check out what's the actual name of the song, so I just popped it to Nusha and was just all like, yo, what's the name of the song? And she told me what the name of the song was, and it's just crazy because I was like, it was the right time for you to tell me this because all of these crazy things of like my mind expanding in terms of forms of literacy and something that I actually love is happening at the same time. And that song I really, really loved because it really tied into a special moment in my life when I was younger where I was just really into peak time anime and peak time manga, and it's just like it's glad to see that me turning 21 next month and like 21, I mean sorry, 20 years old still can find something to love because that's like the whole meaning of life. Like knowledge is fucking power, and I feel like just talking about myself personally that um I just personally feel like knowing all these things help me be a better me because it just makes me love myself more. I don't know why. I don't know if that comes a bit depressing or whatever, but it does. It makes me happy seeing myself happy. I don't know if I'm thinking about myself in the third context or third person all the time, or that's why I said I could say something even like that, but it's true. It's really true. And yeah, it's just crazy. January 11th. And January 11th isn't gonna stop with just what happened today, January 11th. Maybe it would. Might be a little autobiography. I think that's when I write it myself about my life, whatever. Or not. You know, it could be a continuation or something. If anything, I wanted to start documenting things in my life that I'm just finding that I really love, or like moments key in my life that I just don't really want to forget. Whether I make a video on it or, you know, fucking, I don't know. Just, I don't know. Or, I don't fucking know. But yeah, it's good to see you happy, Lloyd.